Hi there, Linda here. So I want to share some of my experiences of being a mother and a working mother at that, and trying to maintain a yoga practice. So personally, I had my kids on, I guess you could say, a little bit of the later side. I was 37 when I had my first baby and 39 when I had the second. And I'd been a pretty full-on Ashtanga practitioner for, I guess, how many years before that? Almost 10 years. And after I had my babies, I really was finding that I was very attached to getting my practice to be back to the way it was pre-baby. And I guess you could say I was kind of hard on myself. And I really, got back to the 2 hour a day practice straight away after my first baby. And I found that after some time, I was feeling quite exhausted. And how do I say this? and I found that because I was really exhausted, because I was working a lot and I was doing this very strong practice, that I didn't have the kind of patience that I wanted to have as a young mother. And I had to kind of step back and reflect upon this. And I realized that I was spending a lot of time doing yoga practices, because also at the time I was doing pranayama practice at 5 in the morning, and I would sit for about an hour and 15, an hour and a half. And so I was sleeping very little and practicing a lot and then working a lot. And so when I found that I needed to have this patience at the end of the evening with putting a baby to sleep and all this stuff, that sometimes I felt like I was lacking that kind of calm and patience. So I had to say to myself, what is going on here? Why am I doing all these practices to not have patience? So I started changing the way I did my Ashtanga practice, so that I could incorporate more restorative practice into my practice and be a little less hard on myself in getting back my practice to be what it was before pregnancy and before being a mother of 2 young children, because it kind of accentuated itself as I had my second baby. It was not as difficult to maintain with one baby, but when you have two, a 2-year-old and a newborn baby, that became more difficult. So some of my lessons that I would like to share with you is to not be so hard on yourself, to recognize that you don't need to get the same strength, flexibility, endurance that you had pre-babies as a new mother. And that what we need is to make sure our practice supports our daily life, that we maintain a certain amount of practice. This is really important, so that we maintain our health and our well-being in the body, the breath, the mind. And so definitely putting some time aside that you spend every day to make sure that you keep your body healthy, and you're putting that time so that you can go inwards. I would say this is just as important as keeping the body in good shape, but that you bring yourself inwards and you take care of not only the body but also the heart, and have some self reflection. So if you need to modify your practice, you do this, your practice is for you. It's not for the others. It's not to, post on social media or get recognition from the outer world. It's about coming inwards and feeling what is happening within you, in your body, in your breath, in your mind. And not to mention the heart center, which I consider the more spiritual aspect of my personal practice. So that's enough for this talk. If you have any questions you want to ask me, I'm always really happy to share. And I guess that's it for now. The sum up is be kind to yourself and take time for yourself. Continue doing practices, even if they're small 15, 20-minute practices. Namaste.